Number 6, stop blocking his shots. Why, of course you can get the door for me. One of the best ways we women can put our bras back on is for us to sit back and allow a man to work his manly magic and perform his gentlemanly deeds. Stop disallowing a man to be a gentleman. Let him open doors. Let him pull out your chair. Let him buy you flowers and candy. Put your chest back in, ladies. Stop trying to prove your independence and ability to hold it down so bad that you wind up with a 35-year-old dependent you didn't give birth to. Don't get all defensive like it's an insult for a man to want to open up some heavy oak door for you, and don't try to do it better than he can. He knows you can open up a door without breaking a nail. You do it all day long without him. But it's called being nice, being a gentleman. Calm down and soften up. If a man wanted to be out with his masculine idol, he'd take out the Dos Equis dude. Think about a confident woman who gets everything she wants from a man. Is she the one putting in the initial effort? Is she pulling out her own chair and yanking open her own doors when in his company? Nope. She just sits back and lets the man do what he innately loves to do. She would bring out the lower male in a man if she denied him these opportunities to flex his pursuer muscles, and we never want to summon such a creature. Cool chick, fool chick. Who told us that guys like girls who don't like men who make a fuss over them? Who spread that lie? What madman went around manipulating womankind with that rotten package of baloney? I believe this sparked the beginning of what I call the cool chick, fool chick phase. During the cool chick, fool chick phase, some women begin to believe that being low maintenance or more chill when dealing with a man is the way to go. They pass on nights out and settle instead for nights in, doing the same things that they could have or had just done by themselves in their own homes, thinking that this would instantly make them more desirable to the menses. Do any of these statements sound familiar? Oh, I don't mind just hanging out at your apartment tonight, dressed up. Who, me? Oh, no, I always wear sequins to watch Netflix. Sure, we can hang out at my place. Let me order some takeout. No, don't worry about it. I got it. Oh, hang on a sec. Yes, this will be delivery. You like meat lovers? No, I don't mind if you and your friends come over and raid my fridge. Eat up, boys. Oh, you shouldn't have wasted your money on flowers just for me. Just seeing you is treat enough. Oh, don't worry about driving me. I don't mind taking 2 buses, a bike, and an Uber to get back home from a night spent with you. That'll just give me more idle time to think of you and us. No, take my car. You and your friends should ride in style. Here, don't forget my gas card. It's unlimited. This in no way is being cool. This is simply being very, very unsmart. Yes, I'm making up more words. This brainless behavior won't land you a quality man. It will only land you in the regret ward when it finally dawns on you that you practically begged a guy to use and take advantage of you. Off your knees, immediately. Yes, he should have. When a guy does wonderful things for you, such as pulling out your chair, opening your car door, sending you flowers and sweet treats, you should refrain from saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have." What? Yes, he should have, and more importantly, he did. Resist the urge to say, "You didn't have to do that." He knows that. He knows he didn't have to buy you flowers, but he did. He chose to do so in order to make you feel special or encourage you to thank him with a hug or a kiss on the cheek. When he does these nice things for you and you tell him that he didn't have to, do you really want him thinking, "Oh, I didn't?" Or, "What? These long stems don't score me any points?" Or worse, "Oh, so you're easy. Damn, I wish I would have known that before I spent the $50. Now you tell me." Now, do you want him thinking any of those things after he's done something nice for you? Of course not. And while we're on the subject, let me introduce you to 2 powerful words. Thank you. As stated, no man wants to hear, that he didn't have to or shouldn't have bought you something. So stop saying it, thinking that makes you sound easy breezy and low maintenance. Instead, substitute those self-starving words with the words thank you. Just thank the man and mean it. The same goes for rejecting his compliments of you. Refrain from voiding out the compliments he pays you by saying something negative about yourself. Him, your hair looks great tonight. You, oh no, I need my ends trimmed. They're horrible. Why are you saying this? Especially when you know good and well that if he said, oh yeah, let me get a better look, and proceeded to grab a swatch of your frayed locks for closer examination and then agreed with you, you'd feel pretty bad. Never draw a man's attention to something you don't like about yourself. Never. But maybe you're saying this to let him know that it gets even better, that if he thinks you look great now, just wait until he sees you with your hair actually salon fresh. Nice try, but this is unnecessary. Just say thank you. Let him show you his G-spot, and then you show him yours. Forget oysters. Generosity is the ultimate aphrodisiac. How many times have you fallen for a guy who has treated you like a queen? He doesn't even have to be good looking, just good to you, and that's the best kind of good that a man can be. What a fantastic thing it is to be treated with kindness and tenderness, to be treated like you really matter. A man who is generous to me holds a special place in my heart. I love when a man shows me his G-spot, his generosity spot. It makes me want to really tune in to who he is and what we could be. Generous men are the most attractive men because they are the men who aren't afraid to shower a woman with a little pampering in order to gain her favor. Give these men the props they deserve. How do you do that? You show them your G-spot. In this case, your gratitude spot. Be grateful for the kindness and generosity he shows to you by saying, you guessed it, thank you, and meaning it. Just so we're clear, the words thank you are not to be substituted with hot, bed-burning sex. You thank a man with your words, not your womanly parts. Consideration. Generosity's first cousin. If Bob doesn't help you with Jack, then maybe you should leave Bob for Jack. 1988 Control album. Janet asked it best, what have you done for me lately? Ooh, 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 yeah. Okay, let's consider some things. The man on your mind, can he change the oil in a car like an automotive technician? Yes? He changes his own oil, you say? Cool. Does he ever offer to change the oil in your car? Does he pop the hood of your Honda and get at that dipstick every once in a blue moon? Does he notice that your car is making a deafening screeching sound that's totally familiar to him and then ask you about it? Or does he pretend like he doesn't hear it at all, even as it's making the hair stand up on the back of his neck? Does he pretend he doesn't see your rear tire wobbling on the verge of falling off as you drive away from his place just mere moments after giving him mind-blowing whoopee? Or is he too busy exhaling with relief that you finally left? Seriously, let's take a mental tally of his basic consideration toward you. When he comes by your place and happens to see, as he's using your John, that your bathroom faucet is dripping, does he ask you if you have a wrench laying around and then put in some wrist work? Does he grab the gigantic garbage bag sitting by the door and toss it in the dumpster for you on his way out of your apartment? Is he that irresistibly considerate? If he is, keep him. If he isn't, dump him, along with that bulky bag. Here's another example to get you thinking about what it means to be considerate. When you agree to meet a man on your mind at 11 p.m. at the corner coffee shop for a little late-night last-minute calculus study lesson, does he come back from the barista's counter with 2 cups of warm caffeinated deliciousness, or does he sip his lone skinny latte in front of you, wearing a Juan Valdez hat, asking if you can go over derivatives one more time? You know what? Just forget these examples. Does he think about you in considerate ways at all? Think about your friends, your family. These are people who have a genuine concern for you and who find it natural to want to help you with the things that they're able to and comfort you in ways that they can. It's not using. It's friendship. It's relationships. It's consideration. It's normal. Give him a workout. Exercising muscles help to build them up and make them healthier. The more you use a muscle, the stronger it becomes. Let a man exercise his heart muscle, his helpful muscles when he deals with you, not the one that shrinks back down to size once he's done with you. If you really want to give a man something right now, give him a little work to do. Any man who's not moving a meaningful muscle to assist you in any tangible way, big or small, while having his way with you, whatever that may be, or expecting to have his way with you, is intentionally withholding from you. It's not an accident. It's no oversight. He didn't forget. He's not oblivious. He just doesn't think you're worth it and hopes that you don't ask. It would be awkward for him if you did, and even more awkward for the both of you when he tells you no. Let's stay there for a moment, with you asking or not. There comes a time in every budding or dying relationship where you have to be honest with yourself and ask the question, am I afraid to ask? Are you? Truthfully, if you needed or wanted something that was important to you, would you be afraid to ask the guy you're dating or sleeping with to help you out in fear that he'll think you're trying to use him or play the "but I'm boinking you" card? If so, then that's a clear sign that you should not be sleeping with him now or even thinking about sleeping with him in the future. But I don't want him to think I'm using him or to feel obligated to help me just because we're having sex. Okay, first of all, let's do away with the "just" in that statement. Let's omit that word altogether because the inclusion of it minimizes the very tremendous act of sleeping with him. Yes, having sex with someone is still a tremendous act. This unentitled mentality is akin to, well, I don't expect him to let me borrow his car this one time just because I'm the one who bought it for him. Yes, you do. Yes, you should. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, there are certain expectations, both spoken and unspoken, that accompany the sex package, the boinking him bundle, if you will. And if you're still not convinced, think about it this way. Would you be afraid to ask a man that you're not sleeping with to assist you, for example, a coworker, an elderly neighbor, an acquaintance, a platonic friend? Would you think twice about asking one of those people to help you move or to check under your hood because you heard something strange on your way to work? Most likely, you wouldn't be the least bit reluctant. But throw in some sex and suddenly you cower at the mere thought of making him put in a little work perceived as pay for play. We cringe at our audacity to fix our mouths to ask even the smallest favor of the one we're letting rub all over us, because the worst thing for us may be that he does indeed show his true colors and actual feelings for us, and says what we feared. No. When a man we've warmed up to tells us no, when we ask a favor of him, it hurts our feelings, but mostly it embarrasses us. We're embarrassed to know the truth about him and how he feels about us. We're devastated to learn that he's not interested in us and our well-being the way that we'd hoped he'd be, and that he is, very likely, only interested in our vagina. Worse than the no-sayer, a certain type of man may even resent you asking in the first place, because now he's got to reveal to you his sleaze bagginess. His thoughts sound something like this: damn her, she's making me show my true nature. Now she knows who and how I really am. Guess I won't be getting into those panties anymore. Oh well, do I still have Jenna's number on my phone? Yep, let him call Jenna, because you should have no interest in a man like that. One who cares little about you, who wouldn't flex a finger to help you. And, might I add, you shouldn't have had to ask in the first place, not when the need is obvious to him. That's all. We're done with that. Which brings me to this. Be clear on what you're looking to accomplish when getting involved with a man. If you're looking for sex and nothing more from a particular man, be upfront. The both of you should be upfront. Tell him, in your own special way, of course. Not, hey, you want to smash? But anything short of you telling a man this. It goes without saying that you want more. He knows that you're looking to see if he's the special someone with whom you can eventually enter into a meaningful relationship. Again, unless you've stated otherwise, he knows good and well you're looking for something serious. Men know that women want to be involved in a close, intimate relationship with one of them. They know this. Don't let a man try to play you later on the idea of, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea. I thought we were just having fun, hanging out" phrase, accompanied by a look that intentionally is designed to make you feel like an over-presumptuous, desperate idiot. In other words, he's trying to now say, after sex has taken place, I should note, that he had absolutely no idea in the world that you would actually want to date him. Seriously. No man has ever told a virgin, or a VTH, that's virgin to him, meaning while she may not be an actual virgin, he hasn't had sex with her yet, "Oh, I thought we were just taking things slow," or "I think we should really take things slow, Shalane." All of this confusion and brake pumping comes only after he has explored her inner world with his outer probe. Never before. Never. Let's get back to Bob, or AKA Mr. Inconsiderate. Sometimes a man's inconsideration can take on a form almost as ugly as the look you should give him when it occurs to you that he wants to be worthless in your life. Take this, for example. Lizette just received a text from Isaiah. It reads as follows. Isaiah: "Hey." Lizette: "Hey." Isaiah: "I saw you the other day." Lizette: "When?" Isaiah: "The day after I left your place. The day you did that cool move on me with the ice cubes. The day after that." Lizette: "Oh yeah, last Thursday." Isaiah: "Yeah." Lizette: "Where did you see me?" Isaiah: "At the bus stop. I was driving down Bluefin Road on my way to the movies. Treat myself to a matinee. You know how we both love Transformers. Go Optimus, LOL. Lizette: "Yeah, I do love Transformers. Long live Bumblebee, LOL. So, you saw me sitting at the bus stop." Isaiah: "Yep." Lizette: "Oh." Yep. The man rode right past her in his air-conditioned vehicle the day her car wouldn't start, and she discovered her emergency roadside service membership had expired. Not that she called him back to her place to assist or anything. She knew that that was a no-no. After all, she wouldn't want to put him out or inconvenience him. Or worse, make him think she actually expected for him to treat her like a person he cares about. So she broke in her new thong sandals and walked a half-mile to the bus stop. As the tender webbing between her big toe and its closest neighbor throbbed in pain, he saw her sitting there on a bench sweating on a 97-degree high-humidity index day. She was sweating almost as much as he was on top of her just the day before that, pounding away. Yes, he saw her sitting there in need, and he didn't have the decency to offer her a lift. Meanwhile, Mr. Go Optimist is very likely still being expelled from her system. I don't mean to be overly graphic, ladies, but you know what I'm talking about. Leftovers from a low-quality man could literally still be trickling from a woman's body, and the lowlife in him won't even offer her a free ride on a heat-stroke-threatening summer's day. Should that be the man who gets her goodies? No, I say. Which brings me to a man before sex, or BS, acronym and pun, both completely accidental but very much appropriate, versus a man after sex, or AS. Anyone besides me feeling like I'm short an S on that one? BS. May I give you a ride, my darling? I know your car is in mint condition, but honestly, I don't mind driving you 12 hours out of state to go to your grandma's 4th wedding to her first husband. Let me just get a brand new transmission built. No worries, I was due anyway. What time should I pick you up next Tuesday? AS. Why can't you just walk to the hospital? It's just 18 blocks away. My car shakes whenever I go over 60 miles per hour, so I can't take the highway. It wouldn't be a comfortable ride for you. Let me know what the cardiologist says. Text me. This scenario, of course, would involve a man who just has no love for you, not even a little bit. He's just out to get from you whatever you're willing to give, and then get on with his life. Okay, so let's talk about the you before and after sex. You before sex. I'm not sure. Let me check my schedule. I think I'm teaching a workshop that day. I'll let you know if I'm free. If you don't hear from me, though, just go ahead without me. We'll catch up another time. I'm about to run into a meeting. Gotta go. You after sex. Yes, I'm available right this moment. I'll have one of the nurses sew up this patient. Oh, you just want to come over to my place? Okay, I'll whip up a 5-course meal, change into my lingerie, and wait for you on the porch with a glass of your favorite cognac. I can't wait to see you. Drive safely, nurse. Often after sex, specifically premature sex, a woman might feel insecure, worried, paranoid, guilt-ridden, semi-ashamed, panicked, yearning, and overly preoccupied with thoughts of him and when he'll call again. Then, wanting to go salvage herself, redeem herself, she goes into smokescreen mode. In her head, it sounds like, "Oh my gosh, I had sex with him. He thinks I'm easy now. Surely he's not as infatuated with me as he was pre-sex. What have I done? OMG, I did that. What can I do to make him want me the way he wanted me before the sex? What can I do to get back on his hot for me list?" Then, having these thoughts, she'll begin trying too hard, overdoing it, making a fool of herself, all in the name of trying to help him forget that she had sex with him so soon. Listen, we as women can't smokescreen that, so why try? He didn't forget. He won't forget. So don't worry about it. The more worried about it a woman grows, the clingier she'll get, and the more allergic to her he'll become. He'll know what she's trying to do. He'll know she's trying to compensate for having done the dirty deed with him prematurely, that she's trying to now desperately reveal more aspects about herself, force herself upon him in order to make up for giving so much of herself to him too soon. She won't fool him into starting fresh with her or into making an early commitment to her. It just doesn't work that way. If this woman is you, just be confident. Be your wonderful self. Don't get all paranoid. Don't grow regretful. If you start acting all weird about what the two of you have done, then he'll sense it and begin to back off. Besides, a decent, mature guy won't have negative thoughts about you at all, as if he wasn't in the room too. Retain your fabulous self-image. Keep it moving, and everything will be fine.